You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, NASCAR Athletic Selectors and Diecast Reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here. Welcome back to another NASCAR Authentics Diecast review on my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be doing yet another NASCAR Authentics Diecast review from Wave 10. And it's going to be on a very cool looking car, on an underrated driver, and a very underrated team as well. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but if you guys don't know, then we're going to do a NASCAR Authentics Diecast review on Corey Lajoie's 2017 Dr. Pepper Darlington Throwback car. Doing a Darlington Throwback car to Davey Allison. So pretty cool looking car that we got right there in this Toyota Camry from BK Racing. So right there is the box, and this is pretty cool that we got another BK Racing car for a first time this year, but we also have had some other BK Racing cars from the past, but we'll be getting to those details very shortly, as there is the traditional back packaging with there's the rest of your cars from Wave 10, so collect them all at your local retailers. And we also got the most least interesting part of the review, all these licensing rights and all that wonderful stuff, so that way this diecast can be made. But without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and unbox this beautiful looking car. We're going to take a closer look at the Corey Lajoie Dr. Pepper Darlington Throwback car. Alright, everybody, we got this very simple looking paint scheme outfits box. For any Davey Allison fans who are watching this video, then this diecast is going to look very similar. You guys probably know what this paint scheme is going to be a throwback to. But before we look at that, guys, we're going to look at the little trinket that comes with this. And it's not a sticker for once, guys. It's actually the return of the plastic hoods. Everybody's favorite right here next to the three-dimensional driver helmets. So pretty cool looking car we got right there. We got the hood, which actually is almost the hood. Well, kind of. It's basically the side paint scheme. And they decided to put on the hood, which, you know, I kind of like that. Gives some good variety. We got the throwback Dr. Pepper logo and the throwback 23 with Corey Lajoie's interesting signature. And then on the back, we got the NASCAR Authentics logo, which wants to be blurred out, so no free advertising for them. But, yeah, guys, really cool looking trinket. I like the plastic hoods. It's a great accessory. Too bad they're not magnetic, but it is what it is. But anyways, here is the diecast. A very simple looking car, but I do love it. This is actually the first time we got a Corey Lajoie diecast produced in NASCAR Authentics form. And before we further on, guys, there are no Monster Energy logos on the side, and no name banners on the rear, and no Monster Energy banner on the front as well. So just want to point that out for any, you know, hardcore, accurate diecast collectors out there who want to see every little detail. Then there you guys go right there. But a cool feature about this car right here, you got Corey Lajoie's name right here on the driver's side, but then on the back, it kind of gives away what the tribute is to Davey Allison. So that's a very nice touch we got right there. And it's just mirrors. That's does that 23 look lopsided? Boy, my OC is really going to kick in seeing that. That's so unfortunate. But, and we also got a paint chip right here. So, well, we're going to just ignore the defects on this car because I like this car. I really do. For any guys who don't know what this throwback is to, it is on Davey Allison's 1984 and 1985 Miller High Life car that he drove what was formerly known as the Busch Grand National Series. So, yeah, really cool looking car, guys. You guys know Corey Lajoie. He is the son of, you know, the good old famous name of Randy Lajoie. I mostly remember that name when he drove the $34 Dollar General car from the Busch series. I remember that car because I remember shopping at Dollar General and I actually saw the hauler and the diecast of that. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Then again, when I was a kid, anything that I saw NASCAR that was NASCAR diecast, I just wanted to have. Of course, I have my limitations right now, which, you know, that's basically just, you know, diecast reviews for NASCAR Authentics because, you know, I love, you know, NASCAR Authentics cars. So, yeah, that's a little rich history for me right there, and pretty appropriate of me to say that because we are doing a throwback historical review. So, yeah, Corey Lajoie isn't really, I would say, the best driver in NASCAR. I mean, you know, he's mostly notoriously for crashing that number 83 car, which that kind of ruined his reputation. I mean, he only drove that 83 car for like, what, like 14 races, and then BK Racing decided, okay, we're going to put you in the 23 because you know, that there were some issues with Greg Alding in the 23 with sponsorship. So, yeah. So now Corey Lajoie is the driver of the 23 from the second half of the season on. I think he started driving this, not this car, but he drove the 23 car at the Daytona July race and then continued on. And then Brett Moffitt was in 83. So BK Racing really does like to switch up their drivers, but it's still pretty cool that they're able to fund diecast, guys. As you guys see right there, the Toyota casting on this looks absolutely fantastic. Really cool looking diecast right there. And this ain't the first time that we've had this car on it, that we haven't had this Davey Allison paint scheme on Throwback. If you guys do remember, and I do not have this car with me, but feel free to Google it if you want to, Brad Keselowski's 2015 Dodge Throwback car looks kind of similar to this, right? Well, it is, because it is also painted tribute to the Miller High Life car for Davey Allison. So that's pretty cool. They decided to bring this back. However, though, I think this is the more accurate version because they got the right number on this. They actually got the paint scheme is right and the number font as well. Brad Keselowski's, couldn't get the right number font because he drives the 2 car, or they could at least made the 2 look like this. But if you really want a really cool looking Davey Allison throwback that's kind of accurate, this car is way to go, man. I mean, Keselowski's was a nice filler seat that we had for that car, but this one is definitely a way to go right there. And it is a simple car, but then again, times were a lot simple back then. So I would recommend getting this car. It's a nice little touch. Just don't get any screwed up cars like I have. As you guys see right there, there are some little black specks all over this car. I just cleaned it up with a little, moist towelette, and it cleaned up pretty well. But yeah, Lionel's Quality Control really needs to, and it really needs to clean up the act for 2018. Also, got to point this out, that it's also got the throwback tendency, so that made a return for this year. It's pretty cool right there. And we also got the throwback Goodyear tires as well. And the bottom of the chassis is, the splitter looks kind of chipped up as well, but this is also on the EL mold as well, so that's pretty cool that we got a 23 car on the EL mold. That's another thing I like about NASCAR Authentics cars. All of them are on the EL mold. So, I mean, I kind of got to roast the Sweet Frog car because that car was on the PTC mold for Gray Golding. Would have been cool if, if they had the Sweet Frog car produced. But back to this diecast, guys. If you're looking for another 23 car, I would recommend getting this. But however, though, this is going to be the part of the review. We're going to be doing the diecast comparison. It is actually going to be on the another throwback car from last year, David Reagan's Dr. Pepper John's throwback car. So pretty cool that we got both Dr. Pepper throwbacks in this review. And we're going to be looking at the differences right here. You guys see right there. Very similar with the Dr. Pepper logo. So that's the old Dr. Pepper logo. So they got that on both sides. For both diecasts, not both sides, that's what I meant. And you see right there, this is where the paint scheme really does differentiate. Yeah, I mean, one thing I really liked that they did with BK Racing, they changed up the font every year. You see right there, it has more of a groovy, funky look to it, and then here it's a lot more, basic and, stylized. And, that's really cool. Plus, last year's was a company-based throwback, which you guys know I'm not really a big fan of those, but it worked out well. But easily, this year's Dr. Pepper throwback car completely blows the Reagan car out of the water. I mean, no exceptions. The only differences I see is, the only similarities I see is the color scheme on top, where the 23 is. I mean, I don't know, maybe the 23 is a little more darker, but they do look kind of similar in that way. But yeah, I would strongly recommend getting the Dr. Pepper car for this year, because it is a much, as much as I like the company throwback that we got for David Reagan, the Corey Lajoie one is, I love when they replicate paint schemes that drove from, many decades ago and, replicated it on to this year's car. Really nice looking car. I would highly recommend getting this car. But anyways, guys, this is going to wrap up the diecast review of Corey Lajoie's 2017 Dr. Pepper Darlington Throwback Toyota Camry for BK Racing. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give a good comment, like. If you guys have not already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for more of the latest NASCAR Authentics diecast reviews and many more NASCAR Authentics diecast reviews to come. But until then, guys, this is Original Big Bright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in another NASCAR Authentics diecast review.